Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Warlito Lapay. Welcome for another video. Our topic for today is how to make simple compost, and I'm gonna talk about four things. Compost. First thing is the carbon, and the second one is the nitrogen, water, and air. So those are our topic today. How to make simple compost. There we go. All right, I'm back. I'm here to show you the ingredients of the how to make compost for beginners. And we need like I said, we need carbon and then plus nitrogen. So we have the soil here, so we have this scraps also here, sweet potato and carrots, they're inside here. And then we have this caradona that I pruned the plants here, and they all turned to brown now. See, I use it for compost. And I have also grass clippings here. Grass clippings when I cut the grass. We're gonna add all this. Then we have newspapers. So let's start with the carbon. What is carbon? We carbon ingredients, or they call it brown. It consists of paper, newspapers, plants. These are browns that we could use. You know, straw. Those are browns. And greens is the nitrogen part, is the greens, with this the grass clippings, household scraps. Those are you need. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna show you how to mix this thing. No, it doesn't have to be a perfect ratio, but I'm just gonna tear this newspaper here. First you start with the carbon or the browns. These old newspapers, throw them in here. Put the carbon first, because I know carbon is like the if you go deeper a little bit, carbon is like the fuel of the compost, and nitrogen is like the fire. So you mix those together, the decomposition process of the compost plus water and air. So you add all those things to decompose it. And if you go deeper more, because it's a science, you know, the microbes also part of it. And the crucial thing, requirement of also this compost bin is the air. That's why a lot of compost, they recommended that you need to drill a hole. If you have a homemade compost bin, you need a hole on it. And the reason why they say that, because you want those insects to go in there. So it's also part of this decomposition, the insects. And then of course the to decompose that is also part of them are the one of the crucial too is the microbes that they call it, which is the bacteria. That everything, it's a science that the process of composting is supposed to be balanced. That they have, you have carbon, you have greens, water, and air. Those are the four things that you need. So, but we could go deeper more someday. And yeah, so this is homemade compost. You know, a lot of people, they do it different, in a different way to do it, but this is how I do it. You know, I order a bin tumbler, which is a 37 gallon. It's in my backyard right now. We're gonna go there and check it out. So this is the brown, this is the carbon. We're gonna put this is also part of a carbon with this brown ingredients. This is the plants that I prune, Caradona plants. So I'm just gonna throw them in here. Brown material. Then now we start the nitrogen. The greens, with this also call it greens, with this are scraps. This and that. I know, add all this. I actually chop some sweet potato that's it's getting bad, so we have to scraps them, and also carrots that, you know, I know it's waste, but we don't want to throw this thing in the garbage. If you have a garden, it's good to save all these greens, not just the vegetables, but you could use them in your flower garden. I mean, they need some nutrients too, right? Not just water. And you could add the soil there, the compost, and they will thrive. You know, healthy flowers, healthy vegetable plants. And now we did add the greens. Could also add some grass clippings, because that's also part of the greens. So grass clippings here. And compost should not be dry. That's why you need some water. They recommended it to sprinkle of water. And you want the compost to be moist, so the decomposition is faster. And if they're too dry, you just add some water. So I'm just adding these grass clippings here. Yeah, it's so interesting that carbon, like I said before, that carbon is the fuel of the decomposition of your compost. And then the nitrogen, which is the greens, is the fire. And then you need the heat, right, which is the sun. You know, it heat it up faster. And a healthy compost, they said that it's supposed to be 140 to 160 inside your bin. But that's just the science. Like, that's what, even in the book, if you read the book, 140 degrees to 160 degrees. But we don't know. We just we just mix all these ingredients and waited, but the decomposition is faster if you have a balance of browns, greens, water, and air. So now I add all this thing in here. I'm gonna throw them in, actually all this, throwing it inside the 37-gallon compost bin that I order. So now I'm gonna add this soil. Just cover them, cover the this carbon and nitrogen. It's really a science, and I mean, it's good to read. You want to go deeper, more, read books, also help us to learn things, you know, not just adding all the ingredients and expect them to decompose, but we have something to work. And I think once a week you have to mix it up. So I cover this with soil. This soil is actually an old soil that I've been using right now because I don't want to throw them away. So this is an old soil, and they are actually, we could recycle an old soil and add all these ingredients. This the browns and greens, and then you sprinkle them with water, and then let the heat and air to decompose it. Takes time. Takes time to decompose, the process of composting. So the last one is we add some water here, a little bit of water, so they're not, should be moist. So we add that. Then we're gonna throw this thing in the compost bin. I had a compost there in my backyard that I actually processed. I started on July 23. So we're gonna check that out, how it's doing. So I pour it in a bin tote that I drill a hole in there, the outside of it. So we're gonna go check that out. All right, we are in the back of the house, and you can see here, this is the compost that I started since July 23. So it's over in a month now. It's August 27. It's August 26 actually, and you can see the soil. It's really moist. See how moist it is. Like I said before, I add some browns with this, the carbon, and then I add greens with this, the nitrogen, and then water and air. The air, you don't have any control of that. So you just need to drill a hole here and then let the moisture goes in and do the process. I throw some corn in the cob over here, but it takes a while. See this? This is corn in the cob. But it takes a while to decompose corn in the cob. I'm just gonna leave it here. And so there's an eggshell here, avocado, pineapple, all the scraps. I throw it in here and I add some soil. But this has been a month. I'm just gonna leave it here for now until I rebuild the fall and winter crops raised bed. And I'm gonna use this. And then I started composting here too, the bin tumbler. So actually we can go there and check it out. So now we are here. This is the 37-gallon bin tumbler that I ordered in Amazon. But I did put things in here already. Wow, you can see the plies. They just inside here, and yeah, it helps. You need them to put all those bacteria in there. It's the ingredients also. It's the process of composting. So I will add the demo that I show it to you, and I'm just gonna add it in here. There's two 37-gallon, this green one and then yellow one. It's really convenient, and I throw everything in here now, like so. And this is the thing that we demo. So we're gonna actually throw this thing in here. So this is gonna be a compost, one by one. Let them decompose here. There you go. And this one is actually good for, because they turn. This is like a wheel that you turn it, it rotates. So you don't have to use the shovel or anything. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you're new, please like and subscribe. And we will see you for another video. Bye bye.